What's going on, everybody? It's me, Neon MUA, and I'm back for another video. Alright, you guys, I am super excited because in this video I'm going to be reviewing the new Beauty Bakerie Cake Face Concealers as well as the new Beauty Bakerie Blush Palette. So unless you've been living under a rock for the past month or so, Beauty Bakerie has released their new set of concealers, which everyone has been talking about because of the shade range and because of the full coverage formula. A lot of people are comparing it to the Tarte Shape Tape concealers. We were going to see how that holds up because Tarte has been trying it. So Beauty Bakerie did send me this stuff. This is not sponsored, however. Everything that will be said by me will come from an honest point of view. I've not been paid to say any of this. So this is just an honest review of these new products. I'm also excited because there is going to be a surprise at the end of this video. So hopefully you guys will stick around to see that. Without further ado, we're just going to get right into this review of the new Beauty Bakerie concealers and blush palette. Let's go. Alright, so before we get into this testing and demo of the new products, I'm just going to give you a little bit of background on the concealers first. The concealers come in 8 shades. They are vegan, cruelty, and paraben free. So if you care about any of those things, then you are good to go. These concealers are originally priced at $24 on the Beauty Bakerie website. From what I've last seen, they are discounted for $20 at the moment. So if you're seeing this video and they are still $20, get them. These concealers claim to be full coverage, waterproof, have a matte finish, and have a 24-hour wear. And they claim to come in a variety of undertones and shades. Now, a lot of people are thinking, hey, this is only 8 shades. How can this be inclusive? And what a lot of people fail to realize, just because something comes out in only 8 shades, that it doesn't mean that the shade range is not great. So a few things to look for in a great shade range of complexion products is, 1, how great the shade range is from the lightest color to the darkest color. Another thing to look for is the undertones of these shades. So are these shades all warm tone? Are they all cool tone? Is there a variety? And the last thing to look for is to see how much of a jump from each color you're looking at. So we're going to get into a couple of swatches, starting off with the color Mug Life. Mug Life is a, if you can tell, ooh, here we go. The Mug Life is definitely has a yellow base to it. Next color is going to be Don't Give a Frap. And by the way, these names are so cute because they're named after coffee references. So the shade is going to be Don't Give a Frap. And Don't Give a Frap has more of a neutral undertone. Next shade is going to be Procrastinating. Seems to be more of a medium, and this has a yellow undertone to it. Up next is going to be Love You Latte. That's definitely more of a pink neutral undertone. And I'm sorry if you can't tell by this lighting, but I will insert a picture for you to see later on. Moving on into the deeper colors, we have You're Brutiful. So You're Brutiful looks more like a pinky, it looks almost pinky. Let's see. Well, it actually says it's yellow undertone. Okay. Maybe I'm blind. Up next, we have the color Cool Beans. Looking at this, You're Brutiful actually looks more like a pink undertone, whereas Cool Beans has more of a warmer undertone. And moving on to the deepest colors, we have Your Mocha Me Crazy. That's Your Mocha Me Crazy. That looks closest to my skin complexion, so it looks like I'm going to be using one of these two for my concealer. And the last shade I'm going to be swatching is the deepest color, which is What's Frappening. Ooh, that is rich. That is rich. Ooh, I love that. You guys can see. That is rich. I am in love. I'm in love right off the bat with how rich this color range is. Like I said, the color range runs. This is a great range because it runs from, this is your lightest and this is your deepest. And the shades vary so much. And it's not completely, you know, lighter shades and darker shades. The lighter shades are over here. You have 4 deeper shades, which is great. In terms of shade range, Beauty Bakerie, this is a plus. Looking at them now, they do dry down matte. We will see once I actually put it on my face. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and start on my base. We're gonna prime, put foundation on, and we're gonna get ready to test out these concealers. For a primer, I'm going to be using the Smashbox Photo Finishing Primer. For foundation, I'm going to be using one of my favorite foundations. It's the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. And judging by the shades that I have looked at, I'm going to go with the color You're Beautiful. Now, I've heard that this is pretty dry. So what I want to do is I'm going to actually apply one side with a beauty sponge, the other side with a brush. See how this works out. So I'm going to take You're Beautiful right under the eye. And this does dry down pretty quickly. So with the e.l.f. concealer brush, just gonna go and blend it out. So it actually blends out pretty well. I'm usually not one to use brushes with my concealer. It does blend out nicely. I do, however, want there to be a little bit more brightness to it. So I'm gonna take the color Procrastinating and just add a few dots of that just to brighten it up a little. All right, that looks really good. I like the way that this finishes. It does have a matte finish to it, but it blends out really great. I actually really like this. Now I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna go in with a beauty sponge this time. So again, going in with the color You're Beautiful. Go ahead and blend that out. And that, again, blends out really nicely. Yeah, I like the way that looks. So looking in the mirror, I like both sides. Surprisingly though, I feel like the sponge kept more of that yellow color from Your Procrastinated. Again, I want to reach for a beauty sponge more than a brush, but it is nice to know that the brush will work. So what I'm going to do is set my under eyes. This looks really nice actually. Once I powdered it down, because I used the Sasha Buttercup powder, it looks really great on the skin. The finish is nice, it is matte. Yeah, I like this. It's not as matte as the ColourPop concealer, but it is more matte than the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, if that makes any difference to you. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is continue concealing the rest of the face, and I'll give my final thoughts on this. So I've powdered, and honestly, this concealer looks really great. It blends out well into the skin. It is, like I said, the finish of it is matte. It's not as matte as the ColourPop concealers, but it's not as, it's a little bit more matte than the Tarte Shape Tape concealers. I think for a first release, this is great. The color is beautiful. Like I said, the undertones of this are so great and fast. There's, like I said, there's your cool tones, your yellow tones, and for someone like me who loves yellow tone facial products, this is great. The Cake Face concealers from Beauty Bakerie are a plus for me. The only downside that I have with these is that they dry fast, but at the end of the day, you know, it's totally up to you. What I'm gonna do next is bronze, powder, all the other stuff, finish the eyes, and we're gonna move on to the face so that we can test out the Beauty Bakerie blush palette. So, finish up the face, I'll be right back. All right, you guys, the face is mostly done. Eyes and lips are done. Just doing this kind of pink rose gold theme because I'm going to now give you guys a review on the new Beauty Bakerie blush palette. This is called the Beauty Bakerie Scoop Èlysées Palette. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. I'm sorry in advance. This palette is bright and colorful, which is why I kind of stuck with this face. This palette is $38 on the Beauty Bakerie website. It comes in 4 different shades and is cruelty, paraben, and gluten-free. Catering to all, you can now blush, brighten, highlight, and enliven your look with these baked, versatile, highly pigmented, and buildable shades. Now, reading that, it says it's baked. So, right off the bat, I'm thinking, oh, this might be like the Milani blushes where they are super pigmented and they have cake back. So, we're gonna see how that works. Start off with swatches. There are 4. There is French Tart, which is a matte coral orange. And that is baked and super pigmented. Next we have Creme Brulee, which is a shimmery pastel pink. Okay. Next we have Pink Truffle, which is a shimmering dark pink. Ooh, it's pretty. And then the highlight shade, which is Bagnet. You guys know I suck at pronouncing stuff, so yeah. Right here. Ooh, it is shimmery. This is a pale white gold. We're gonna go ahead and start with the blush. I don't want this to get too pink and carried away, so I'm going to take Creme Brulee. Ooh, that is kick back, and yeah, this is definitely a baked palette. And mix that with French Tart. Oh wow. Oh. And we're just gonna go on the apples of the cheek. Ooh, that's pretty. Like, it's just enough pink, and I mixed it with that orange, so it gives it a nice little. Okay, this blush is pretty, you guys. It is really pretty. I will say there's a lot of kickback on this palette, but it is baked, so that comes with it. I do wish it wasn't a flat palette, wish it was like a bevel or something, simply because of the fact that those colors can mix together. But those are little small technical things. In terms of the color payoff and everything itself, beautiful. It works in the skin just nicely. And next we're gonna go in with the highlighting shade Bagnet. I don't know. I'm kind of worried because this is like a white gold. And if you've seen past videos, you know white gold highlighters in me are kind of So here we go.
You're right. Day after tomorrow, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Baby, you can't ruin Tijuana Tuesday.
Oh. You're really gonna sit here? Ooh. Look at that. Oh wow. Oh wow. Look at that. That is blinding and reflective, but there's no cast. Yes. Wow. Look at that. There's no cast. And it's so blinding. Ooh, that is pretty. You guys, look at that. This highlight everything. So, as you can already tell, I am in love with this highlighting shade. Guys, this highlight, blinding, baby. Ooh. All right, guys, set my face. Time for the final review. Starting off with the Cake Face concealers. Like I said, this range of concealers is exciting. I am really excited about these concealers because they happen to fall right after the whole debacle with Tarte's Shape Tape foundations. For Beauty Bakerie to come out with these concealers and show the world that inclusiveness is important. Not only that, but you don't have to have a million shades to be inclusive. You can pull it off with literally 8 concealer shades and show that shade range is important, undertones are important, and we can cater to people of color who need it. So kudos to that on the aspect of the concealers. In terms of the finish, they are matte. They are waterproof. I just tried to wash my hands and it was a struggle. These concealers do go on dry. They dry pretty quickly, so I suggest that you go ahead and do it in sections like I did and blend it out. It works great with a brush and with a sponge. I would say, as someone who loves to usually blends their concealer out with sponges, I would try using it with a brush, simply because of the fact that it dries so quickly and it's easier to move things around with a brush. That e.l.f. concealer brush works really well, so if you want a brush to work with, I suggest getting that. Sponge works just as great. Just be wary of the fact that, you know, it can be a little bit more work for you. So I would give the Beauty Bakerie Cake Face Concealers a 4.5 out of 5, simply because it does dry down fast, but overall, it's easy. It is a great product. I will be incorporating these concealers into my makeup routine because a certain company, you know, pulled stunts with their foundation. So I have to work with another one because we don't support foolishness over here. Talking to you, Target. Moving on to the Beauty Bakerie Blush and Highlight Palette. This palette is very bright, very colorful. I love the fact that there are 3 shades for blush and that there's a highlighting shade, because you can mix the blushes and the highlights together to create looks. With this, I was able to create pretty much a rosy color, but still not too over the top. Like I said, these blushes do remind me a lot of the Milani baked blushes in the fact that they are baked, they are super pigmented, and there's a little kickback. Like I said, I wish that the palette wasn't so flat and it was a little beveled so that the shades wouldn't mix together. But to say that this palette isn't great because of that, it's kind of messed up. The blushes are great and pigmented. That highlight though, I am still obsessed with this highlight. Like, I'm looking and I'm going crazy because this highlight, I was not expecting that highlight to be so good. I don't know why, but that gold, that white gold is A1. And it's amazing because, as you guys know, me and white gold highlights are kind of hit and miss. For this to look flattering on my skin, blend out perfectly, and not have a cast, I am beyond words. The Scoops palette also gets a 4.5 out of 5 because I'm being so technical about the palette being flat and baked. But just like I said, to say that this palette is not great because of that is disrespectful. So, Beauty Bakerie has released a great set of products. I applaud Beauty Bakerie so much. I applauded them because of the fact that their coffee and cocoa palette was so great for someone of color, for me, because of the bronzing colors and it's shades that you don't necessarily see in a lot of companies. So I applaud them once again for creating a great blush palette that is flattering on deeper complexions, as well as a great set of concealers that is so inclusive and shows that, hey, we matter in the beauty industry. We need products that will help us to look great. We don't need to look gray, we don't need to look ashy, we don't need to look off colored. We need products that will work for us. So Beauty Bakerie, thank you once again for creating great products. Thank you for sending me these products. Thank you for making a great set of products for people of color, as well as anybody in general, because you saw that this shade range works for just about anybody. If you can't find a concealer that doesn't work for you, I don't know why. I don't know what to tell you. All right, you guys, that is the end of this review. And before I finish, I promised you guys a surprise, and here it is. So my big surprise is that I will be doing my very first giveaway, you guys. And the giveaway items are going to be the Beauty Bakerie blush palette, as well as the entire collection of Cake Face concealers, you guys. These are not mine. These is a completely different set. Okay, don't freak out about that. So yes, you guys, you will be able to get the chance to receive the new blush palette from Beauty Bakerie, as well as the entire Cake Face concealer collection, you guys. All you have to do, and this is literally the simplest giveaway, is to, 1,
don't pick up the phone,
subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell while you're there. I mean, come on, we go through this all the time. 2, like this video and give it a huge thumbs up. And 3, comment down below what is the best way to contact you? Whether that is on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, whatever. Whatever is the easiest way for me to contact you in case you win, comment down below. This giveaway will be open for 1 week. So 1 week from today, this giveaway will end. So you have 1 week, you guys, to literally subscribe, like, and comment. That's it. It's so simple, you guys. I really am excited about this giveaway. I want to share great products that I love with you guys. And hopefully if this giveaway goes well, then there will be more to come. All right, you guys, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, make sure you guys give this video a huge thumbs up, like, and support. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss the next video. I upload videos twice a week, so you guys don't want to miss it. And if you're following the rules for the giveaway, you're already doing it. Also, make sure you guys follow me on all my social media accounts. That's going to be Neon MUA on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, as well as Lionheart555 on Snapchat. All right, you guys, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. And until next time,